Hi everyone, this is Dr. Shantanu Gulati. So I have recently completed my fellowship and moved into private practice as a visiting cataract consultant. In a recent video of mine featured on Cataract Coach, Dr. Uday Devgan rightly said, the real challenge starts when you're alone in the OR. From there on, it's more mental than technical. And that's exactly what went on in my mind today as I went through this case. So as you can see, this case was going quite routinely, a moderate grade cataract, excellent glow on the Leica M822, a well-centered rhexis and decent emulsification. And very soon, the bag is cleaned up and ready for implantation with a preloaded Indian IOL. As I checked the lens movement, it seems smooth. In fact, it was smooth till the very last moment, when the IOL decides to get jammed in the injector. And as you can see now, it is standing vertically in the bag, which thankfully is inflated very well with viscoelastic. At this point, I try to do my usual technique of grabbing the haptic with the forceps, stabilizing the IOL and pulling the plunger away. But it fails. And now, I move in with the scissors to cut the IOL, and right before I can do that, the haptic breaks by itself. To my relief, the bag is intact, and I now pull the IOL out of the bag and into the anterior chamber. But before deciding to cut the IOL to remove it, I decide to enlarge the incision a bit and implant a new IOL under it as a scaffold. As in my experience in my fellowship, the bag tends to collapse as the scissor runs inside the eye, increasing the chances of a PC rupture. So as you can see, the IOL is now inside the bag and a scaffold is present. I now put a bit of dispersive visco over the IOL to be cut, engage the broken IOL with a micro 23 gauge forceps and proceed to cut it. Once it is cleaved into two pieces, the pieces are removed one by one from the slightly enlarged incision and the case is completed. This case was a real learning experience for me, not so much in technique but in handling nerves and maintaining composure in the OT. It was definitely a roller coaster ride. I'd love to hear what you would have done differently in a similar situation. Please do let me know in the comments. Thank you for watching.